Did you get ready in the dark or something? Because you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hello, my lovely Libra rising. How are you? Welcome to Cancer season. We're here. We made it. And welcome to your July 2021 Astro Tarot update. My name is Tessa and you're watching my channel. I had to reposition my legs. I am sitting on a pillow. I actually really like this little setup thing I got going. Well, this is not really it's not a setup specifically for my YouTube. This is my apartment. This is how my apartment looks. I didn't design this for you guys, okay? Yeah, no, my roommate brought over this spectacular coffee table. It's round and it's huge and it's totally perfect. And I'm right by the air conditioning, so I just thought this was a really cute little corner to do my filming. But you know me, who knows? It can change. It might stay the same. It might change. I don't know. It might be different next month. I don't know. But for right now, you get my couch, and you get my bike, and you get my craft tool shed thing in my apartment, and my air conditioner, and my Serbian flag, and oh my goodness, just so many different things. Libra, are you a rising? Are you a Libra rising? Because you should be a Libra rising. If you are a Libra sun or a Libra moon, maybe you should check out my mid-month videos. You could still stick around and watch this video, but I'm just letting you know right now that I am doing this reading based on your rising sign natal chart. Okay, so currently I have July 1st, 2021 pulled up. We're going to take a look at the astrological transits that are in effect for July from the 1st to the 31st based on your rising sign, okay? So you could definitely find some insightful information absolutely in this reading if you're a Libra sun or a Libra moon, but I do go based off of your rising sign chart. So if I start referencing houses and zodiac signs and what's in this and what's here and what's there, it's probably not going to apply to you if you're not a Libra rising. But you know, you can always learn new things. Mouthful. I really feel like I should have made myself a second cup of coffee because I don't know if it's because I'm sitting by the air conditioning or because the last reading that I did, oh yeah, the last reading I did was for Virgo, and it was just so much information, you know, whenever I do a reading for a zodiac sign and there's just so much information, it kind of takes my head, you know, I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience, and I'm not even, I feel like I'm just a channel, and the words are just kind of running through me, and I can't even control it, and I'm just talking, and then afterwards, I'm I don't even know what I just said, afterwards, my head feels like it just went through this whole, experience, through this, little loop-de-loop. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but we're just gonna get into your reading. So I was like, man, maybe I just need to make myself another cup of coffee, you know. I am kind of caffeine addicted. I wish I wasn't, not gonna lie. I wish I was not addicted to caffeine, but if I don't have coffee in the morning, I feel like a completely different human being. I don't feel like myself. And I did have coffee this morning, but I feel like I need another one. I don't know. I don't know, Libra. I'm just kind of bantering right now. What is going on with you guys? Let's talk about Cancer season. Cancer season is ruled by the moon, okay? Cancers are ruled by the moon. And the moon energy, that's what it might be. It might be that Cancer energy. Moon energy is very moody, okay? It's very up and down and left and right, and you really gotta just day to day be in touch with yourself, okay? Cancers they have such big hearts. They are so sensitive and so emotional, but you don't fuck with Cancers, okay? They don't, they're emotional badasses. They're very vocal. They can be very expressive. Maybe not all Cancers, of course it definitely depends, but Cancers can be very, very aggressive when it comes to going after what they want. And you know, very forthcoming with their emotions and how it is they really feel about something. And like if you hurt them, like they will fight back. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really take crap from anybody. So Cancer season to me, and like Cancer rules the 4th house, which is the house of home, family, your roots, how you experienced your parents growing up, your sense of stability and security in regards to your home. So this, I really see July and Cancer season very much as like really getting to know your emotions and your mood swings like on a day-to-day basis, because the moon rules our day-to-day emotions. And it's really about like becoming almost hyper conscious and hyper aware of your emotions. That's the way that I channel Cancer energy. It's kind of like this hyper awareness of your own emotions, and your emotions like becoming a hyperized version of itself, okay? Because they are the cardinal sign, just like you guys, Libra. Cancer, water energy, it's cardinal energy. It's like that oomph energy. It's that instant, let's do this. Let's make the first jump. Let's make the first leap. So it's like the emotions, they have spring forward and they like just jump out. It's almost like their emotions need to jump out of them in order for them to get their point across. And you can kind of see that when Cancers communicate, they communicate like through their emotions. Like everything that they are saying to you and communicating to you is coming from a place of emotion. And it's almost like it's springing forth. You know, Cancer season begins summer. Okay, we are in the beginning of summer, so it's like springing forth. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You know, you might be able to relate as cardinal signs, maybe just in a different kind of way. It probably comes out in a more intellectualized way. Okay, Libra. So what are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? See, I'm feeling a little bit more calm now. It's probably because I just got all that off my chest. What are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies that Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? What are the energies Libra needs to be aware of for July 2021? I don't like to use cards that jump out. Not usually, at least. All right, Libra, let's get into your reading. We have the trine. Oh, okay. So we have Libra. Okay. Sorry, I just had to think about this for a second. So the trine. Okay, so trine energy would be related to the elements. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That's trine energy. Fluency, ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, intelligence. Okay. So Cancer season might be like a breeze for you, Libra, okay? There's like, I don't know, there's this sensation. First house, 5th house, 9th house, okay. There's this feeling that things are just kind of like coming together. There's this feeling that you almost don't even really have to work hard or try really, really hard in order to get what you want right now in your life. things are just kind of like going smoothly, and things are just connecting and aligning and coming together, and things are kind of like going how you want them to go. There's a fluency to your life right now, and it has a lot to do with your first house, your fifth house, and your ninth house. The first house is the house of self. It's the house of you and how you identify with yourself. The fifth house is the house of creativity, fun, how you enjoy yourself, romance, children, childlike wonder, and creativity, okay? And the ninth house, which is the house of long distance travel, higher education, your philosophies, your belief structure. So this area of your life is just kind of like seamless. It's just flowing like, you know, like a beautiful spring, you know, like a beautiful little river. It's just very like smooth. This is not really an area of your life that you really need to like overthink or over like compensate for, or like overdo in any way. It's just flowing very smoothly, okay? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't still room for growth and development, but I feel like it's one of those self-naturalizing progressions. I feel like it's one of those things that will progress naturally. So let's see why this is coming out. Let's see what's next here. The third house, which is the house of Gemini, I think. This is the house of the mind and ideas. Here's where we see the concrete thinking, thoughts, communication, mental agility, and the capacity to relate to the most immediate and daily social environment, like siblings or neighbors. Okay, and then we get Gemini energy, which is your fellow air sign, but you have Sagittarius in your third house, okay? So there could definitely be something like some new ideas, some new inspiration or creative energy that's coming forth in regards to how you relate to the people in your immediate surroundings, okay? So this is perhaps where development and growth where you can begin to implement some growth and some new creative ideas for how you can develop your community and how you can maybe like enhance the experience of you and your friends and your lover, or just like the immediate like social circle that you engage in all the time. Like how can you take it to the next level? Maybe you guys can go on a trip together. Sagittarius energy is very much about travel, and you have Sagittarius in your third house. So this could be really about like bringing in those closest to you, like your local. Gemini energy is all about your local community, your local network, and taking that local network and going somewhere far with it. Like if you were to take your network of people, your group of people, your social group, and you were to take that to another level, if you were to travel with them somewhere, if you were to go the distance with this group of people, what would you do? Would you start a business? Would you just travel somewhere? Would you like go on little adventures together as a group and experience different parts of the world? Would you all get involved together in a certain hobby and like maybe like all sign up for dance class? You know what I'm saying? Or like learn how to camp together? Like how can you take your group dynamic to the next level and make it more fun and make it more adventurous and make it like a worthwhile experience long term, so you guys can really start to grow your community friendship dynamic to a whole other level. So this is the reading I'm getting for you, Libra, okay? Next we have Pluto energy, transformation, rebirth, renewal, and obsession. Very interesting that this Pluto energy is now suddenly coming out, because Pluto energy is about death, rebirth, transformation. Perhaps you need to undergo a transformation process before you get to this like next phase of your community evolution, of your local evolution. But we are going to take a look to see where Pluto is in your chart. Pluto is currently in Capricorn. Pluto is currently retrograde in Capricorn. And he is in your 4th house. And this does have to do with home life and family life. So perhaps you need to kind of like undergo some transformations in regards to how you connect with your home life and your roots and your family, maybe before you take this like leap, and before you like, so it's like, what is it that creates, I feel like the biggest question here is kind of like, what is it that creates that deeper connection to your family and to your roots and to your home life? And how can you bring that element into these dynamics, into these friendship dynamics, into these community dynamics, into these local dynamics with people that are not necessarily your relatives, but maybe you want them to take on that role of like becoming a kind of family essence, you know, within your life. So I'm really hoping that's making sense, Libra. I mean, people start communities all the time with people that they're not actually related to, and they create these kind of family communities and family dynamics where they support each other. They start businesses together. They like live close to each other. They help raise each other's children, you know, things like that. So big transformations here in reference to like really doing the work of getting to know your roots, getting to know your family history, getting to know like yourself on a deeper level, and transforming that and bringing that into these like this like new dynamic, into a new kind of way of being, and into, you know, like bringing that which you cherish and value most into what you want to build for your future. Okay, let's get into tarot. Oh my god. We have the Lovers. Okay, Gemini energy. More of this Gemini energy. And yeah, you have the Gemini in the 9th house. So perhaps like if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you're intimate with someone, this like Lovers energy, it could definitely be, maybe you guys are talking about traveling somewhere at the moment. You could be getting like, I'm feeling a sense of like there's more communication happening between you and your lover, or you and your significant other. Or if there is someone that you're just interested in, but you haven't actually like made that step yet to where you're like in a partnership, there could be like more communication around this time in reference to what it is you guys really want from the relationship, what it is you want for the future, like what kind of adventures do you want to take together. So I'm feeling a sense that there's like some conversations taking place about in reference to that, in reference to the future. 9 of Wands energy, this is the moon in Sagittarius. This is about pushing through those final boundaries. So there could be maybe some disagreements, some things that like you and your person need to kind of push through and work through in order to get to the other side successful. I just want to see where you have Sagittarius. Oh yeah, that's right. You had Sagittarius in your 3rd house. Yeah. So it could be in reference to like how you implement your friendships, or like how you are going to work your relationship and your togetherness into the community dynamic, how you're going to bring friends or family into the situation, how you're going to implement these ideas that you have for your future, and like still bring in maybe like some friends, or still allow other people to be kind of enmeshed in whatever your plan is. So there could be some like disagreements, or there could be some kind of back and forth in regards to that. And you're just kind of like pushing through those final like communication barriers in order to come to some kind of conclusion, and in order to come to some kind of understanding where you can like kind of start to see things eye to eye. For the next card, we have the World card, completion. This is Saturn energy, such a beautiful card, major arcana energy. This is about like kind of like, yeah, like coming to an understanding. Like look at these two. You're like, okay, yeah, like there's an understanding. It's like both of you are able to come to a higher level of perspective and understanding within your thinking, where like you're able to see how they think and they're able to see how you think, and you can understand their perception and they can understand yours, and you're like, okay, we got this, you know, like it's like a coming together, it's a completion, it's a cycle that's kind of like coming to a close. So you guys can actually like take part in some new creative adventure, okay? You do have Saturn in your 5th house in Aquarius, so Aquarius energy is very like, It is very adventurous energy. It's also kind of like unpredictable, a little unstable, but also like a little exciting, and very like wanting to integrate, like wanting to involve, like, you know, community. But also 5th house energy is about creativity. It's about having fun, and it's about just like enjoying life and just having fun. So there is definitely the sense that, like, you know, like our bond is stronger and we're like going to bring the world together. We're going to kind of do this. And there is this like very strong energy of like a sense of understanding and completion between like you and this person in reference to how you want to do things moving forward in regards to having fun and involving the bigger community of people, or like a larger like dynamic of people in your life. Okay, for the next card we have 7 of Wands, Mars in Leo. Okay, so this is also kind of protective energy. Mars in Leo is a little protected and protective over their beliefs. Okay, so let's take a look here. Mars is actually in Leo currently. Mars is not moving. Mars is moving into Virgo at the end of July. Okay, so Mars is currently in Leo. It's going to be in Leo for most of the month. And this is transiting your 11th house. So see, this is like why I love doing these rising videos and going off of the natal chart, because it is kind of like playing connect the dots, and we really start to see how things start to connect, much like a constellation. So Mars is in Leo in your 11th house, and that is the house of Aquarius. So it's like there is this sense like you feel protective over your group of people. Okay, you feel like a sense of like responsibility and obligation, but you also like these are your people, this is your group, this is who you love, this is who you cherish. And you have like a humanitarian, you have a natural kind of empathetic and compassionate and like just kind of this like love for the dynamic of your community. You have a kind of a humanitarian kind of feel. You want harmony. So you want to protect that harmony at all costs, okay? Mars is like the god of war. It's like you will go to war for them. You want to. So the fact that like you and your partner actually kind of see eye to eye on that, and the fact that you guys kind of feel the same way is what's making you feel like I got the whole world in my hands. Do you guys know Raffi? I think his name was Raffi. You know, he sang like Baby Beluga in the Deep Blue Sea. So you got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands, right? So it's like, you know, it's just kind of like knowing what you're willing to protect and what you're willing to fight for. 10 of Cups, Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces. This is like aside from the Sun card, this is pretty much the Sun card is like individual happiness. The Sun card is like, I am happy with me. I am awesome. I rock. Like, you know, when you pull the Sun card, it's like all ego. It's just like, oh, you know, like I'm singing and life is beautiful and I love being in my skin. The 10 of Cups is another really, really happy card. It's probably like equally as happy as the Sun, just in a different way. This is like bliss, but not just you. This is like you with all your people, and you're in bliss, you know, like you are just like so happy. You are emotionally fulfilled. You have the love of, you know, you have the love of your life, or you have the your friends, you have your family, like you're just emotionally happy. Like you just feel really, really good. But let me look to see where you have Pisces. Yeah, so you have Pisces in your 6th house. 6th house is the house of daily routines, your health, and just how you go about life in the day-to-day basis. So it's like, I feel like you're, like you realize more and more that what makes you happy and what makes you feel truly blissful and emotionally fulfilled is when you do have these people in your surroundings on a day-to-day basis. Like like they become part of your routine, and it just becomes natural. It's just like family. It's just like having one big, huge family. For the next card, we have the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, a new spark, being given a new divine, spiritual kind of spark from the divine. And the pages, I really like the pages personally because they are the purest earthly manifestations of the divine, okay? So how they say is that when the divine brings down the ace, okay, so when you receive like an ace of wands or an ace of swords or ace of cups or ace of pentacles, it is being handed down from the divine. But the divine only gives it to a page, and a page is like a student. They are a human representation of the purest heart. It's like a childlike sense of wonder. It's like they're being given this gift, and they're like, oh my God, I have no idea what it is, but I'm so like, you know, I feel like it's magic, and I'm going to treat it like magic, and I'm going to be curious, and I'm going to learn as much as I can what I can do with this thing. So this is why page energy is like so beautiful, you know, and it kind of gets like a bad rap in like a lot of these like YouTube tarot things, like, you know, you pull a page and it means that someone just like, you know, has like some change to give you. But it's also like a childlike, pages have this childlike sense of wonder. Pages are students, but they're curious. You know, I relate it the most to like a child opening their very first present during Christmas, and they feel like Santa came, you know, like they still believe in Santa, and they're just like, oh my God, what did I get? Like Santa came. That is like a page. A page is like, oh my God, I've just been given this divine blessing. What the hell? You know, and they get so excited, and they have to like learn, like, you know, they're so happy to have this gift, but they still don't really know what it means or like what to do with it. So it's like this process of discovering this energy all over again. So there's an energy that's kind of like coming in, where it's like this fresh, innocent, naive, childlike sense of curiosity about, you know, some kind of adventure or some creative idea that is like kind of in the atmosphere, and you're like, oh my God, that would be fun. And right now it's like, at the moment, this idea, this creative idea is still very pure, so you really don't know what to expect, but it feels really good, you know, and it feels really exciting, it feels really spontaneous and adventurous, and she's just like stomping around like, woohoo, you know, like, I'm just gonna roll with it and see what happens, and, you know, that's where the adventure starts, and, you know, and then you have to learn what it means. Oh my goodness. Okay. Break after this. For the final card, we have the Three of Coins. This is Mars and Capricorn working together. Okay, so finally actually taking the tools that you have, that you've developed so far, and using them in a practical manner. Using them in a manner that can actually develop some kind of like structure, that can develop some kind of like physical sense of like, okay, this is what it is, this is what we're gonna do, and like getting down to work, getting down to business with you and whoever else. It's like probably multiple people. So if you are planning something with like you and your lover or your partner and your friends, it's like really just kind of like getting down to the practicalness, to the practical, you know, manifestation of it. Like, okay, let's look at exactly what we're going to do. Let's look at the money. Let's look at the date. Let's look at this. Let's look at that. Like, so whatever that might be in reference to. And you do have Capricorn in your 4th house of home and family. So yeah, this is very much tied to like, it is very connected and kind of like tied to your home life and your family life. So it could be like a project you're working on with your family as well. And like maybe you might decide if you want to invite and bring in like outsiders or like really close friends into this deal. But yeah, this is your reading, Libra for July 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, this is pretty much your reading. Pretty much wrapped it up right there. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like my style. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.